All right, hello and welcome to the show for today, July 19th with DFS underscore PhD. We're going to begin, of course. You're good enough. You're strong enough. And gosh darn it, somebody's got to win that money. Might as well be you guys, right? Remember Haywood Highsmith. It does happen. Sometimes it happens. Don't throw all that money away though, because it doesn't happen that often. You got to pack that away and then keep it a reasonable percentage for your ongoing exposure. Yesterday, we got hilariously lucky somehow. I mean, you saw the slate, right? Like it was such a gross slate. I mean, this is our celebration portion. So we're going to start with the celebrations. We took down a couple of different slates. Number one, I'm telling you, play the turbos. I'm telling you, nobody's doing this. I mean, 16 times 4 is more than 52. 64. So there's money on the table there. The fantasy football millionaire, I think that did fill, but I'm just trying to stack those up because I'm probably maxed it anyway. First week of the year, I mean, that's the next millionaire after golf today. So I'm ready for that. Let's see. There was one more praising thing. Yeah. So this lineup, you might check out the pitchers. This is my best lineup from yesterday. I don't think I took down the UFC ticket. Maybe I did. Checking my notifications. I did. Wow. Okay. I'm a little surprised that held out at 160 or whatever. But yeah, apparently it did. So we got another UFC ticket. That's like 4 or 5 for this weekend. I got a good method there. I just don't know anything about UFC. I just know how to build winning lineups for UFC DraftKings. So that's probably the better part anyway. It's like with WNBA. I like watching the WNBA. I'm not sure I know how to win the actual prize. Although today I got one lineup that's duped by all the guys who are smart. So and nobody else. I was a little surprised it didn't have 100 dues. Okay, so but now on to the slightly I don't know if it's ranting, but a little bit more less of a praise type component. Look at these pitchers, man. Everybody was terrible yesterday. This is pitchers ranked by ownership, and every pitcher that was above 15% was just a dud. So that's why those lineups were able to smash still, even with 2 dud pitchers, because I mean everybody was a dud pitcher. You didn't have really an option last night. It was incredible. So yeah, not gonna spend too much time on last night, mostly because we have 2 slates today. I think yeah, I might as well just do the regular check-in though, make sure it's there, make sure I'm not missing anything aside from the high points, which were what was that? That was so nuts. Although yeah, I did also have one more screenshot of a pair I took this morning in case anybody has yeah. So if you were taking, I don't know, some WNBA picks or whatever, you have 3 other picks. We'll see if I have more, but anytime you see these 2.5 hits, runs, and RBIs, and it's not like a big bomber who I think will have a ton of guys on base and probably hit a double or a home run, then I'm going to take the unders because I think it's 75% they don't get 2 hits that are nice RBI double type stuff. Okay, so for yesterday's slate, let's make sure I gave good advice that I don't need to update my own process at all. Well, Chris Murphy didn't play, so I hope you got him out of there once it was clarified that he was not going to play. I did get him out of there. I did not play him because he was not a confirmed starter. So he was out. And then Logan Allen, right. That's why it was so surprising my best lineup didn't have him as a pitcher. Because I did tell you guys to take him. I was massively on Logan Allen yesterday. He was the front of like the top of my leverage arms. I'm telling you, whatever my very topmost leverage idea is, appears to be the best one to take from me. And the other ones, Skubal, not a good idea. Giolito, not a great idea. Carrasco did not work out, although really, who did work out? Of pitchers, Sandoval. Wow. Well, yeah, facing the Yankees. That's what I'm telling you. They're so Jekyll and Hyde. I should have had some Jekyll. I should have had some of that. Some Jekyll. All right, so let's see. On to some Yankees Jekyll. That's a good way to put it for what that bet exactly is. All right, so it doesn't look like very much today because, I mean, you're not going to play the pitchers in Colorado anyway. Chance of delay in Milwaukee. So Milwaukee is on the late slate. Chance of delay. Who's the pitcher? That actually does affect stuff, doesn't it? Nope. Okay. None of those pitchers are in play anyway. So on with our discussion. Doesn't look like anything. Yeah, nothing else here with a real influence on play. I love betting on the weather, but can't really do it that much in baseball. You know, it's starting to be summer, and that means it's hot. It's hot everywhere. It's never like when we get to fall and it's hot some places, then maybe you can do some weather betting. Okay, so for my early slate, we're gonna do early and main slates today. For my early slate pitchers, you're gonna jam Bello. You're gonna jam, I guess Alcantara is the other person that's like a stud by the numbers. None of these guys like are awesome after Bello. I like Urias. Yeah. What I'm not gonna nerf him. I'll just stick with whatever the native projection is. And then Kremer and Gray could both go off. There's no logic to that. There's just like a limited number of pitchers, and I got to fill out the slate. This has to add up to more than 200. It adds up to like 220. So I'm giving them very little wiggle room as is. I can't go to less pitchers. If anything, I add Waldichuk and like a dart throw of Waldichuk's in there. I'm doing 20 lineups though. I just don't feel it. I'm not a big Waldichuk guy, so can't get behind this Waldichuk play that I'm trying to amp myself up for in the stream. So let me just chill out on that. Team stacks, I don't think I have any real. I mean, Colorado's on the slate. Play those. Houston, Colorado, deal. Do it. I mean, yesterday, remember, although yesterday I was saying maybe get cute and play that when it was clear we weren't going to get the starters for the second game in the small park. I was like, oh, maybe I get cute. And I put in like 10, 20% of these lineups. Did you guys see this game? Reds. This is the game that I faded yesterday. I was like, well, maybe we don't get starters in time. And if you played any of these starters, if you played Flores, if you played Conforto, if you played Yastrzemski, if you played Votto, I mean, you probably weren't playing Encarnacion Strand to hit his first ever RBI, but yeah, his first ever home run. That's what I thought I remember. These are in a weird order the way they put the stats. But anyway, you would have won a lot of money, although I think I remember that, it was only 3-4 in the Coors Park game yesterday. But on average, I mean, if that means people are going to play less Coors Park lineups today, I'm just going to continue to play them. Okay, so on to the main slate. For main slate pitchers, yeah, Castillo, Verlander, and Rodon. And maybe I'm fading Rodon, apparently. Who's he going against? It's probably based on that. Base Angels, yeah. I just, I don't know. Yeah. I am underweight on him in my mind. I don't see him as that great of a pitcher. Oh, is he on the Yankees or something? That's what it is. People like the Yankees. Now that I even understand what it is, I'm gonna nerf him even more because it's just people like to bet on the Yankees, I think. I mean, he can throw strikeouts, but I don't know. The Angels are due. My gut doesn't like it. I might X him out entirely. I don't know why my gut is so against this today. I have to dig down into some stats later. There's got to be something there. But if not, who cares? My other gut play today is okay. So if we're talking leverage plays, I guess I'm going to say Maeda and Darvish today. These are nighttime games, and yeah. So we won't have any weird splits to look up. And oh, Rodon is pretty cheap. I thought he would be his normal 10,000 or whatever. Okay. I see why people are getting there. I'm not gonna. All right, it's a light fade. It's a light fade on Rodon. But it's a heavy, or it's a over the field for sure on Maeda because remember Seattle is way down here on the strikeouts list now. They're at 9.7 per nine, and Maeda can get it done especially when dudes are striking themselves out. So if he gets up there, you're going to need him in your lineup. He's one of the cheapest pitchers that's in play. There's some other guys that are right on the borderline. Like Trevor Williams is like fine. What's going on with the weather? Maybe that'll be the tiebreaker in Chicago. Winds gently in from the right. Does gently change my mind at all? Probably not. Do I need him? No. I'm not even sure. So like I think I'm gonna do 20 in the main, but I haven't inked it yet. I might just change my focus entirely to golf, depending on how the day is going, if I feel happy with the amount of baseball that I've watched in the morning. Been up all night with the baby, so in case I'm looking a little wild and scraggly, that's because I've been up like since 2:30 a.m. It is 9 o'clock. So we're looking pretty cool over here. All right, I think. Oh yeah, let me check my. Do I have Ballpark Pal up? I don't. This is where I go to check out if there's any good value, and then I just see if I agree with it or not for Prize Picks. Earlier, I took a couple. Yeah, if that's still up. No, it's not. I already checked. Vogelback is up, but I don't think I'm gonna make a 5 out of these. Nah. I mean, these are fine, but none of them are inspiring. Like, I gotta get out there. I gotta get out there. So okay, we're not gonna do an additional nothing additional for price picks for today. No weather. Colorado and Philly. Was Philly on the early slate? All right, that's the main slate. Okay, good. All right, so that'll do it for today's episode then. So remember, you're good enough, you're strong enough, and gosh darn it, somebody's got to win that money.